You feel stuck and somehow you can't move, or you can't find a way to push through certain things, whether it's in your business, whether it's at work, whether it's in a relationship. So, what is going on? We'll talk about it in a minute, but first, hi, my name is Sheila Noel, and thank you so much for this conversation. So, the reason why you feel stuck right now is not because you're not capable. You feel stuck because there are few responsibilities that you have not yet discovered about your level up. So, a few of them will be, say, the act of being seen. And that comes with so many things, right? Being responsible for being seen, because you have to have yourself become a certain way, right? You have to move differently than you did before. You have to strategize how you speak, not just to yourself, but to others, because now this goes back to who do you want people to perceive you as, right? So what is the message that you in your day-to-day will give to people that you are to lead? And then another reason is you feel vulnerable, right? Because people will see you in a different light that they've never seen before, and you've never seen that before. You've practiced it over and over and you embodied it somehow, but now coming into this this new light, your body has not catch up to the reality yet. And this is where you may feel certain things in your body, whether it's stress, whether it's anxiety. It's all about you being unaware. Well, it's all about uncertainty. You don't know what's going to happen. And this is what is, I wouldn't say triggering you, but this is what you are probably feeling in this moment, because you don't know what's going to happen and you perceive it as bad. And that is normal because your body is trained to protect you. You gear into survival mode. In this instance though, you have to come back to the basics, right? We talk about this all the time. We talk about coming back to your center. And coming back to your center, whether you do breath work, meditation, or prayer, so that you can initially find some form of calm within, so that you can know how to act, not react, act towards what does come next, whether it's good or bad. And your mind becomes trained to not take it as a bad thing, but take it as an opportunity. Each setback becomes an opportunity for you to become better. So let's see if I can find an example. You have Muhammad Ali, right? He always said, I am the greatest, even before he was the greatest. You probably did not see a lot of the failures that he had prior to that. And he didn't see it as failure too, because it's like, this is going to be my level up. This is going to be my level up. This is me. I am the greatest. And there is power to your word, because you have to be the first cheerleader in your life. You have to, because others will not see your potential before you do. They will see it after you've done a presentation or you've shown something, because they don't know what you know about yourself. And that's fine. Just understand that, be okay with it, and now it's up to you to start to show your potential outwardly. And there you have, you know, you have to practice, and the act of being seen is a responsibility, and it is something not that you should fear it, but you should embrace it, because you have the responsibility towards others to become better for other people, to become the best version of you for other people. Because in this instance, this is where we come back to, we are helping ourselves so that we can help others. We have to be, in a way, egotistical so that we can carve our own paths to create a path for others, you know. And in that process, that doesn't mean that you should be you know, condescending to other people or mean to other people or, you know, disrespectful. You keep your foundation, you keep the human basics, and you do move forward accordingly. And again, I think this is an overall of a lot of the things that we've spoken about: the confidence, being kind but not nice, being seen, and still keep your center, you know, your calm within. And what else do I have? Another thing that is probably scaring you right now is you will be openly critiqued. As a human being, you have to decide if, you know, this position, this business, this desire of yours is worth what you fear, right? So now you being critiqued, what will it do to you? Is it true? Will it propel you to become a better version of you? Will you fix what you've lacked over the years? So now, how do you take critiques? How do you take negative comments and things like that? Because no one is beneath comments, I guess. Does that make sense? Like, everybody that has gone through them and succeeded, they had to go through. It's a rite of passage. I guess it is. It's just your ability to just keep going in spite of that, and also send these people love, because sometimes they don't have enough love in their life, and you do, and you show them something that they haven't seen before. You're showing them something that they're lacking within themselves, and that is all part of the responsibility. A lot of the responsibility of your level up is within your head. It's you not. We always say we don't care really about what other people say, and yet we still care, because we don't move aggressively as we should, you know. And when I say aggressively, I mean like diligently focus and zooming in without any regards to anything else around you. And some people that have attained a level of perfection, they had to zoom in. And other people, you can view it as, oh my gosh, they're in over themselves, they're doing this, but they're they're in their own bubble. And sometimes you have to be, for a specific period of your life, you have to be a variety of things within different eras of your life. You have to be the person that is inside of a focused bubble so that you can understand what you're trying to deliver. You have to be the one that learns how to communicate with other people so that you can inspire people with what you actually started, with what you actually created, and advertise that, being afraid to advertise what you're good at is not gonna do you any justice. So now when you're at work, you want a raise, you want something better, but your boss doesn't know what you're doing. And sure, maybe they can be oblivious to it, or you get some form of blockage that that keeps you from that. But know that you have the responsibility to understand that you are worth more. Do not allow other people to put their worth on you, to put a worth on you, on a label or a price on you. So once you have that mindset, and you keep that mindset wherever you go, so it doesn't matter if you so it won't matter if you don't get that specific position or not. It won't matter, because you know how worthy you are, you know your skills, you know you're good at something. You have to just now find the opportunities that will see the potential in you, not in spite, because you are not here to be spiteful. We're here to know our worth. We're here to know our worth every single day. And now we're gonna get into a little bit of spirituality, right? Because for me, I do believe in God. And that God is a spiritual being that I haven't seen yet. You find connection with that being. And something that just came into my mind is just like, you belittling yourself because you are one of the greatest creation that could ever be. And you belittling yourself is belittling the God within. And we're not talking about religious now, because you may have your God, the universe or whatever, but there is a higher being, that there is divinity, and you find inspiration through that, right? So we're co-creating with one another. So it does take time, I guess, to understand that you can become confident, but know your worth, because others, unless they're your friends or really good friends, they will not openly tell you your worth, because they're scared of your worth. And also because there is this saying that there are a lot of people that do not want you to, they want you to be well, but they don't want you to be better off than they are. And that's fine. It's human, I guess. You accept that, and you move differently. You move differently because you do want better for other people, even if they don't want that for yourself. You become the opposite of the attacks that have been thrown at you. All right? So these are all the responsibilities of your level up. And there's more. And there's the act of researching and getting your skills, improving on your skills in the moment, while you're still learning, while you're still new at this, like not being afraid to learn the new skill that will help you towards that level up, and that is probably learning how to build a website, or learning how to create like how do you call those things, a funnel, or learning how to manage. Those are all things that you learn. Understand that your character, though, your character takes years. Your skill can improve within a week if you really truly focus. So you can learn something there's no limit to what you can do if you do focus. And I kid you not. And I'm going to say an example. When I was in college, I had I had we do architecture and stuff like that, so we had this class for AutoCAD, and we were just learning how to do AutoCAD, and I lost a file in, like, I lost a few, not a few, I lost a lot of my midterm in that um in that week span of week where we had the midterm to do, and then all of the files that I had accumulated during that whole semester, all gone. And I only had 1 week. 1 week to regain everything. This is a new software, you know? So I was like, holy moly, what am I going to do? And then it clicked. It's kind of like you either do something about it or you fail. I cannot fail because one, tuition is not cheap. So of course you cannot fail. So your body gets into this mode where it just like it just gets into the zone. And I told you, I kid you not, I zoned in and I literally did a whole semester's worth in just 1 week. So this is to say, skill is something that you learn, and you can learn it quickly if you put your mind to it. Whether you want to or not, you can. It really depends on how you associate your time, how well you're going to manage your time, and you just do it. But your character does build, you know, and you can teach yourself how to become a better person if you haven't had that example in your life. But who do you want to be? This is important to write these things down. How do I want people to perceive me? How do I want them to feel when they're around me? You know? And sometimes you win, sometimes you don't, because you cannot be everybody's best friends. You can't. But the version of you that becomes better is a version of you that, even in spite of the level ups, does care about people. In spite of your level ups, you still try to improve yourself every single day. In spite of this level up, you lead by your own examples. So there. Don't be scared of your level up. Don't be scared of the responsibilities that come with it. Because that, you know, the money that comes with it, that's the bonus. But the work that you've done throughout to get to that point, that is gold. And no amount of money will ever be able to be sufficient enough to put a worth on that quality of lifestyle. So that is what I have for you. I do have a few things in the works, but if you care to work with me, I will have a link in the description below, and it's also in terms of, you know, helping you in ways to get your confidence. What does confident means to you? Actually, you have to define that for yourself. Who, in terms of confidence, who do you want to be, to become? So maybe you can put that in the description. What does that mean to you? And yeah, I do offer a few things, and you can look at my website and it'll be available to you. Work with me, get some of my products, whatever makes you comfortable. But understand that your focus, your presence is more than enough, and you should know that. Nobody else should tell you that. You should tell yourself that every single day, and become your first cheerleader every single day. You got this. You got this. And it's not just to say that word. I know I say it a lot, but make it become you. You got this. No matter what happens, you will get to your desire. You just have to be okay with the challenges that will come, that you don't know that will come, and understand that no matter what challenges come about, you will still get this. You will move forward and you will accomplish it. All right, so I will leave this to you before I keep on rambling, but thank you so much for being here. I will see you soon. Ciao.